Hello and welcome. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about the point-slope form of the linear equation. Let's begin. If you recall, in our last lesson, we talked about the slope equation, and we said that the slope equation is given by the formula m, where we represent m as a slope, or the slope is represented by m, is given by the change in y, which is y minus y1, divided by change in x, which is x minus x1. So we said that if you have 2 points, 2 points of a line, you can calculate the slope of that line. Okay, once you have those 2 points, you can take out the coordinates and plug it into this equation, and then you can have the slope. Sometimes you are only given 1 point and you are given the slope. So if you have 1 point and the slope, you can deduce the other coordinates. Okay, so if we change this equation, we can make a new equation which we call the point slope form of the linear equation. Okay, so what do we do? So m, remember m is actually m over 1 is equal to y minus y1 divided by x minus x1. So if you cross multiply, what you have is m into x minus x1. It will be equal to y minus y1. Now let's bring y and y1 to the, let's just rearrange and bring y minus y1 to the left and m into x minus x1 to the right. So y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now this equation is called the point slope form of linear equation. Okay, the point slope form of linear equation. And with this equation, you can form you can find the slope if you are not given the slope, if you have 2 forms. But if you are given the slope and you are given 1 point, you can calculate, you can look for the equation of the line, and so on. We're going to look at a few examples so that we get a better understanding of how to use this equation. What is the equation of a line whose slope is 2 over 3 and one of its points is 6 over 3? Okay, so we are given 1 point and we have the slope. So we can use the point slope form to find the equation of the line. Okay, we know the point slope form is that equation is written in the form y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay, so we have 1 point, so we have x1 and y1. Okay, so we can plug it into this equation. So that is y minus 3 is equal to m into x minus negative 6. Okay, but we also have the slope, which is m, so we can plug in m too. Okay, so this is y minus 3 is equal to 2 over 3 into x plus 6. Okay, so now we can go ahead and expand the bracket. In other words, we want to distribute 2 over 3 to all the contents of the bracket. So this becomes y minus 3 is equal to 2 over 3 multiplied by x plus 2 over 3 multiplied by 6. So y minus 3 will be equal to 2 over 3 multiplied by x is 2x over 3 plus 2 over 3 multiplied by 6. 3 goes through 6 2 times. 2 times 2 gives us 4. Okay, we're not done yet. Now we still have negative 3 on the left. We only want y to be left on the to be alone on the left. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. Okay, so what we have here is y will be equal to 2x over 3 plus 7. Okay, now this is the equation of the line that we're looking for. So the equation of the line whose slope is 2 over 3 and one of its points is negative 6 and 3 is given by y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 7. Remember, this form of equation looks like what? the slope intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus c. So the m represents the slope, and here it is what? 2 over 3. And the y-intercept, the point at which y-intercept with uh, the line intercept with the y-axis is what? Plus 7. That's the c. So that's the y-intercept there. Okay. Find the y-intercept of the equation of a line whose slope is negative 1 over 2 and one of its points is negative 8 comma negative 2. Okay. So to find the first thing, before we find the y-intercept, we need the equation of the line in the slope intercept form. Okay, to find the equation of the line in slope intercept form, we're going to use the point slope form of linear equation to arrive at that. So let's try and do that. Okay, so what the equation is given by y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay, so what is y1? That is negative 2. So this is y plus 2 will be equal to, what is the slope? Negative half. And what is x1? x1 is negative 8. So this is going to be x plus 8. Okay, so now let's distribute negative half to all the contents of the bracket. So y plus 2 is equal to negative half multiplied by x plus negative half multiplied by 8. Okay, so this becomes negative x over 2 plus 2 goes in 8 4 times. 4 times 1 is 4, so that is negative 4. Okay, plus negative 4. So this is y plus 2 is equal to x over 2 plus negative 4. So we want only y to be left here, so we subtract 2 from this side and subtract 2 from that side. So what we have is y is equal to negative x over 2 minus negative 4, and negative 2 gives us negative 6. So this is the equation of the line. Y is equal to x over 2 minus negative x over 2 minus 6. Okay, now the question is asking you, find the y-intercept of the equation. So the y-intercept is the point at which x is 0. Okay, so we can do that. Y is equal to negative 0 over 2 minus 6. Well, 0 over 2 is 0, so therefore y is equal to negative 6. So the y-intercept is at negative 6. Instead of doing that, you could just look at the equation y is equal to mx plus c, and you know that the c stands for the y-intercept. So we can just write our new equation as y is equal to negative x over 2 minus 6. So we see that this corresponds to this, so the c. So therefore, this is the y-intercept. So this is a quick way of doing it, or you could go the long way, just like we have done. Find the equation of the line whose points increase vertically by 3 units and horizontally by 1 unit if one of its points is 2 over 5. Well, this is a sly way of hiding the word slope, isn't it? So when you hear the terms like, oh, the point increases vertically, or the rise is by 3 and the run is 1, they are all telling you about the slope. So here the slope is actually 3 over 1. So we can write the slope m as 3, m is equal to 3 over 1. Okay, so now we know the slope. We also know one of the points. One of the points is what? 2 comma 5. Okay, so now we can write the equation, the point slope equation, which is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay, so we can plug in the values. Y minus 5 will be equal to 3 into x minus 2. Okay, so y minus 5 will be equal to 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Okay, so y, to get negative 5 to the other side, we have to add 5 to this side and add 5 to that side. So what we have is y is equal to 3x minus 6 plus 5 gives us negative 1. So the equation of the line is y is equal to 3x minus 1. The question said find equations. Actually one equation, not equations, so that's an error there. Find the equation of the line whose points increase vertically by 3 units and horizontally by 1 unit if one of its points is 2, 5. So that equation is 3x minus 1. If you are asked to talk about the y-intercept, the y-intercept is negative 1. Okay, and that's essentially what information you can get from there. So you want to remember this form of equation. It's called the point slope form of linear equation, and it helps you to find the equation of a line when you are given the slope and one of its points. The equation of a line and when you are given the slope and one of its points. Sometimes the math exercise or questions, they try to hide slope by telling you that, oh, it increases by 3 units vertically and 1 unit horizontally. They're only trying to tell you the slope. For example, they may say, oh, it reduces by 2 horizontally and decreases by 2 vertically. So they're trying to tell you, oh, that's negative slope, So there are different ways by which they can hide that information. But essentially, what they are trying to tell you is that they're giving you the slope, and they've also given you one of the points, and then you can calculate the equation. You can find the equation of the line. That's it on point slope form of linear equations. Thank you for watching.